Hello everybody, welcome back to the xSmithyx YouTube channel, here today for another WOR live stream. How are we all doing? I hope you are all doing well. We're going to turn the music down just a little bit more because it's starting to bug me. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Here today for round number 8 of the WOR season. Just going to quickly turn some things over. We'll get rid of the music and change over to the gameplay screen. So yeah, here again, once again. Should stop saying again, shouldn't I really? For round number 8 here for the Circuit of the Americas, where Formula 1 recently raced just last weekend. So some pretty good timing that we get to race it this week. Yeah, if you saw the last live stream, spoiler alert for those of you who didn't end too well. We started last in qualifying because I crashed. Had an incredible race through the field, absolutely probably one of the best races I've ever done. And then we bottled it towards the end. I crashed from what was P4, but I didn't realise it till after the race. We actually were in a position to win, so hopefully we aren't going to do that again. Hopefully we will be starting on time for a change. Should be going live in about 5 minutes time, so hopefully you will all be ready for that. But as always, hope you're doing well. Let me know in the chat, is everything working? Can you see me? Can you hear me? That sort of thing. I can't speak English today. But let me know, how are you all doing? Are you all well? I hope that you are. Just going to quickly switch over my screen so we're actually on the gameplay screen. But yeah, so certainly this stream has not started well, has it? I can't speak English today. Just going to turn this down as well. Yeah, so Circuit of the Americas, a very, very technical circuit. Quite an odd one, as we saw at the weekend, because obviously quite a long straights. You see quite low downforce for that. However, the corners are very, very difficult. We, once again, are going quite radical with our setup. We've gone for very high aero, because tyre wear around this track is a nightmare, and if you run slightly higher wings, make the car slightly better suited through the corners, it will make the car easier to drive and make the tyres last longer, which is what I think is going to be very, very important this week. But yeah, you can see it so far, we've only got 12 people in here. We are expecting a few more. Can you hear you fine? Can you get the subtitles up, please? We don't have subtitles, Jack. Stop being a knob. They should be somewhere on the screen. I don't know how to fix those, so there should be an option. If there isn't, it's because Google can't be arsed. So that is not my problem. But yeah, as you can see, we've got quite a few people in here. Like I said last week, we have been split up from the people we were racing against originally, so there are quite a few names in here you won't recognise. The big ones to notice, CSR Jan, he is the current championship leader. AOR Minx, we had a great race with him last week. I think he went on to finish 2nd overall, so definitely one to watch out for. Lud obviously was in Tier 9 with us. He has now been promoted. He is a knob. Yes, he is. Right, but as I said, we should be going live. I say this every week. We should be live at, what time is it? 8 o'clock. But knowing this tier, it will probably be late, because it always is. Let me just quickly check what's going on in the Discord chat, because it's usually a nightmare. Is there anyone who we are missing? Wavy Knife, obviously, had a great little battle with him last week. Unfortunately, he did pip us, and then, obviously, just after he overtook us, we decided to yeet into a wall, so that didn't go too well. Storm Twister, apparently very quick in this tier. We didn't get to see it last week. I think he crashed out on, like, lap 2. So that's unfortunate for him. Is there anyone else? Ad is the commentator. I have once again forgotten to set the bot up in chat. There is a live stream over on Twitch if you want to see the external shots. Like, it's commentated on by AdF1 there. It's very much like you see on TV. So if you'd rather watch that than my point of view, do go and find it on Twitch. I believe the account's WOR World Online Racing. If you want to find that, then feel free. Just quickly having a look. Yeah, nothing much going on in there, so as always, just waiting for people to select their cars. The reserve drivers down here, just waiting to see if they are actually racing today or not. I imagine they will be, up to 16 now, so quite a full grid. We will be qualifying this time. I did debate whether or not we should start from the back and have a go at another last to first challenge, because it was very, very eventful. I know some of you may not actually know about our social medias. If you look in the description of the live stream, there should be links to all our social medias. Some of our best clips from the Belgium race are down there. Again, with commentary from AdF1. We did some incredible overtakes. We did I think we did Minx around the outside. We had another around the outside overtake on Sinster, who unfortunately isn't racing this week. An incredible dive bomb on Wavy Knife, so those clips are on our socials. So as always, add them down below, as we've made a new friend. CSR Jan has decided to add us. Nice stuff. A minute to go. Hopefully we can actually get going on time. What is chat saying today? Ignore the miss, Jack. Right. I've never met your missus, so I'm not going to speak a bad word about her. But I've met you, and you're a knob, so... right. Just everyone, just can we start, please, sometime today? Right, okay. So it doesn't look like our Mercedes teammate has turned up this week, so that's a bit of a nightmare. I think everything's been set up properly. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't rain, because I haven't done any wet practice. We've done a lot of dry practice, and I'll be honest, we are looking very quick compared to the majority of this tier. I was doing some time trial before, so for those who don't play the F1 game, what's time trial, Reese? It's essentially how fast can you go around this circuit if everything was perfect. It's basically a challenge to see who the quickest driver in the world is in equal conditions, and we got into the top, I think just within the top 200, which around this track, obviously, because it's just been on the F1 weekend, a lot of people tend to play the track, so to be in the top 200 is actually quite impressive. Jack, our teammate, is here. Oh yeah, so we do have a teammate today then. Hopefully we're not going to get screwed over on the strategy like we sort of did last week, having to double stack, which then puts us behind Minx. Again, if you're not watching the stream, I do recommend you go and check them out, because they are always a good bit of fun. But yeah, so the usual waiting game should have started a minute ago. We haven't started a minute ago, as you can tell, because I'm sat here having to waffle. Just gonna have a quick drink. So this week's stream sponsored by Vimto. Obviously not actually, but you know, if Vimto wanna hit me up, I'm fine with that. As we're gonna get some nice drinking ASMR now. Ready up, folks. So it looks like we're actually starting. Not too bad. Only a minute late this week. Where are my gloves? Need to put the gloves on. Right then, let's get into things. We're starting in just a second. Do let me know, where do you think are we gonna come? I really wish I could speak English. Let me know where you think we're going to come this week. Hopefully we're not going to bottle it, because I do really enjoy this circuit. Silverstone's probably my favourite. This is probably top 5. It's a really fun track when you nail it, which hopefully we will be able to do. I just hope to God it doesn't rain, because I've not practiced, and as we saw at Silverstone, when it's wet we tend to have a bit of a disadvantage. Whew. Right. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you do go on to enjoy it, I would massively appreciate you hitting that like button. It does really help out the channel with the way the weird YouTube algorithm works. So I'd appreciate that. And if you are new around here, as always, do hit that subscribe button so you are aware of what's coming up on the channel. Just waiting for Adam Lee to get in now. I hope he hurries up and picks his tyres, because he'll get disqualified if he doesn't. Here we go then. Is it raining? Beautiful. Full dry. Absolutely love that. Right, so the strategy around USA, for anyone interested, those of you who do actually play the F1 game, it is a 2-stop race. We're going to try and go soft, medium, or maybe switch around those last 2 stints. So ideally, we need to save a set of softs in this session. This set of softs we don't get access to. So you can see we have 3 sets of softs, a set of mediums there, and then these 2 we get in the race as well. So the hards we're not going to use. We need 1 set of mediums, so we can afford to do a lap on them, which is what we're going to do first. And then our last 2 runs we'll do on these tyres to leave 1 fresh set at the end. Just remember, we need to take the ridiculous amount of fuel out. Has it put the setup on? Yes, it has. Lovely stuff. Right, let's get out on track then. Checks complete. As we get some lovely light rays there into the garage. Let's get a banker on the board though, see what we can do. Oh, excuse me. Right, so looks like Mercedes going out line astern. want to put that down to none. Don't want to use our ERS on the outlap. So the very tricky S section. This, you're going to see a lot of penalties in this race. Because this track is extremely difficult to nail. If you go offline, even a couple of meters offline through some of these corners, it'll ruin. So through there, you ruin this one, you'd ruin the exit. You lose so much time, but it also means you run off the track, and as always, you get a penalty for that. So it's going to be something to watch out for in this race. Keeping it clean is so important, as we saw last race. Again, for those of you who didn't watch it, we went from P19 to P4 in 7 laps, just through crashes. Obviously, some of them were on track, some great overtakes we made, but quite a lot of it was just people crashing and taking each other out. So keeping it clean is absolutely vital around the circuit. Mediums feel atrocious right now, as Jack is lagging a little bit there, so we're going to give him a bit of space now as we prepare the tyres. Get this up, just need to get some surface temperature into them. What is he doing? Absolute tits. I hate it when people do that. Because I guarantee his lap's going to be shocking as well. Right, let's get to it. Bit of oversteer there. Way too wide through turn 1. It's going to cost us. Medium's feeling absolutely atrocious right about now. You can see Adam has ruined his lap, just as I predicted. So getting in our way for no reason at the end of our preparation lap. Been a half decent lap so far. The mediums, obviously, they're a much slower tyre, much less grip, and the track is very green at the moment, so not expecting anything big. We go way too deep through there. And that one. And that one. It's just no grip on these tyres. Just using this lap as a warm-up. We're not expecting it to be anything decent. God, there's no turning grip. And way off the pace as I thought. We'll push into the pits. It's going to be a bit pointless because we do not have enough fuel to finish the lap, but you can see what I mean there. There's a quarter of a second through the first corner alone.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
Get out of the way. Oh. So we rear end a wall there. No one's coming. Yeah, the mediums have no grip at all, so not really a surprise this. Hopefully though, when we put the softs on, the car will begin to feel a lot better. Our personal best for reference in time trial is a 31.0. Generally in short qualifying, the cars are about half a second, 0.6 of a second slower. So we should be looking for a mid 31 if we nail the lap. Just no grip coming out of that corner on these tyres. invalidate there. We're coming in anyway,
Understood,
so...
stopping this lap.
Doesn't really matter either way. So, pretty poor first run there. Let's have a look at some people's lap times. So obviously, Lud at the top. Done a 25.1 through the first sector. I mean, the fact he's done 2 laps on the tyres shows that the tyre wear's not too bad in quali, but he's not improved by much. So our first sector's, what, 4 tenths quicker than that, I think, in practice. Middle sector's about half a second quicker, and the final sector we've got, again, it's probably about 3 tenths there. So we can definitely beat these guys. We just have to hook the lap up, which obviously, if you've watched the whole season so far, you'll know has been a bit of a problem for us. So hopefully we can do a bit better. Right, let's get ready for the next run. We'll switch the tyres over. So you can see there's a 1.4 second difference. So even though, yeah, so if you take that 1.4 seconds off our lap, it's already, what, 4th? But that lap was atrocious, so there is definitely a lot more time in this. Just going to quickly update my chat because it looks to have crashed.
1:34.0.
Just give me a second. This is where this doesn't work now as well. Go out again in a sec. Hopefully I can get this working so I can actually see your guys' comments.
We're 12th in the speed trap, 194.9 miles per hour.
Right, we'll go out for a lap. I'll try and fix that. No, actually, quickly. Right, there we go. That's that fixed. Right, where were we? So, we want to start the race on the soft, so this is going to be our first proper lap. Hopefully it'll be a lot better, we should have a lot more grip. So we should see a big step up on this one. Gonna let the Haas go. We are currently the top medium tyre runner. Oh, I say that, and then DRT Andrew absolutely smashes us. What's that car? I think Storm Twister's crashed again.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Right, it's not been the best preparation lap. We had the Haas in front of us, which kind of got in the way. Just going to turn this off now. But hopefully we can still get a decent lap in. I hope you are enjoying the stream. If anyone has any questions, if you have questions about the F1 game or the channel or anything like that, please do drop them in the chat, because I do read it. After this run, we'll have a look. But we're going to focus up now. Still too deep through that corner. It's not getting the braking right. So you can see we're already, what, 8 tenths of a second up? As Jan goes up quicker still. As long as we don't bottle the rest of the lap, this will be a huge improvement. Should see us jump up from P10 where we are right now. can see nearly 2 seconds gained on this lap. Just shows how bad the mediums are in qualifying trim. And that is fastest with a 1:31.9. Very happy with that lap. Oh. First man, I believe, into the 1:30s. Going to take it nice and easy on this in lap because obviously if we bottle our final lap, we have to start the race on these tyres. So obviously we don't want to wear them out too much. But that's a good benchmark. It's a good banker lap, that 31.9. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 2 tenths in the first corner if we actually nail the braking zone. It was a bit tentative through here. There's definitely more time there. Got a Alpine, I think it is, coming up behind us. So we're going to get out of the way. Don't want to get a penalty for blocking, so we're just going to move over. Let the Alpine go through. Yeah, what do you think of that lap, guys? Pretty decent one, I think. Like I said, there's definitely more time in it. The track will grip up right towards the end, so we're going to try and go out right at the end of the session for our last run, as Matty jumps up into P2 now. I think it's just a confidence thing. I didn't want to spin out on this lap because I know the issue we've had quite a few times is we've invalidated our banker laps a lot in qualifying, which means on our final lap we can't really afford to push, because if we invalidate it or we spin, it means that we're starting way down the grid. So to get a decent banker in, 31.9. As we run out of fuel here. Yeah, so to get a decent banker in is definitely... Oh, 2 speeds to the pits there. Definitely a good sign. Let's see how much quicker we are than the people around us. Obviously, Matty in P2. We've got just over a tenth, so that's obviously impressive. Got Jan, got 2 tenths on him, so we've definitely got pace. This would be our first pole position of the season in WOR, so obviously we hope we can have a good one. Just quickly have a look what's going on over here. Oh. But yeah, so good start. Hopefully we can keep it going, and hopefully we can actually have a good race this time. So yeah, like we said, we're going to go onto this set of tyres, which means we have one completely new set of softs for the race, if Jeff wants to shut up. Let's see, so where are we losing time? A little bit in the first sector, we're about 2 tenths down on our absolute best through there. The middle sector, unsurprisingly, we are very quick. Like I said, that high downforce that we're running, although it does slow us down a bit on the straights, we are immense through these sort of middle sectors. So, sorry, my voice going a little bit there. Through the middle sector, through the high-speed corners, we are absolutely incredible with this setup. So, the plan for the race, really, we need to break DRS as quickly as possible. We are going to be a sitting duck down the straights, probably about maybe 2 tenths slower than everyone else, just through the downforce that we're running. Alright, let's make sure we've got those selected. We do. Whew. But yeah, good qualifying so far. It's probably the best. Well, I'll say the best. Austria was obviously quite good. Obviously, we had Shush in the split then, and he was way too quick. So we would have had pole there if it wasn't for him. I think we would have had another pole position somewhere else. Can't remember where that was. But we should have had 2 poles already, but we haven't. So this would be our first ever pole position in WOR. We're going to go out now, just to make sure we have enough time to get around. Obviously we're right at the start of the pit lane, so we have a bit longer to spend in the pit, so we should have about 20 seconds to spare, roughly, at the end of this qualifying lap. The Red Bull right behind. Oh, P1 and 2 very close together. I don't really want to be in front of Matty, to be honest. Don't want to be giving him the slipstream, so... try and create a bit of a gap. Yellow flag in front, looks like someone has either spun or slowed down. Yeah, we lost a lot of time through this corner, so there's definitely more time to find through the middle sector as well. The run onto the straight wasn't that good, wasn't very aggressive on the throttle, coming off this corner. I just didn't want to spin it, so there's definitely time to find here as well. But it should be good. Just going to overtake Lud here in the Alpine. Yeah, the one area where I seem to be struggling in this short quality is the brakes just do not seem to be as good as when I practiced. So whether that's track temperature, tyre preparation, or whatever it is, we're not quite as good. I'm going to slow turn this on. Right. What is Adam doing? Is he on a lap? Right, let's get it. Much better through there. 10th up already. Much better exit from there. This is a very good lap so far. 2 tenths up already on the lap that already has us on pole position. This is looking good. Let's just hope we don't bottle it in this last sector. Lost a bit of time through there. We're looking good. Jesus, the sun's a bit bright through that corner. Come up to the line, it's a 1:31.5. I think that's pole position, guys. Lud goes second. 3 tenths of a second clear, let's go. Pole position. Fantastic. Great lap. So, we're going to be starting from the front then. Very first time in WOR. Very proud of this. That does open a lot with the strategy. Obviously, the difficulty with this track, pole position, as we saw at the weekend, is on the outside. So it leaves you very open to being dive bombed into turn 1. So we need to make sure we get a good start. But, obviously, starting at the front, cleanest track in front of you. Hopefully, with the practice we've done in the race, we again, focusing heavily on the race with this setup, should put us in good stead, but a 1/4 of a second clear. That is quite some lap from us there. Jan in P3, championship leader, once again very consistent right up there. Matty, who is in the tier with us below, sorry, when we were in tier 9, he's in P4. Got Jack, our teammate, in P5, and the other Mercedes. Andrew, the other title contender, P6. Wavy Knife, we know how quick he is from last time. Adam, Blue Sky, got Jake, no idea how to pronounce that. We did have a few with qualifying bans, I believe. But yeah, pole position. What do we think of that then? Very happy about that. Hope you're all enjoying. I'm going to get a quick bit of refreshment because this is going to be a very long race. It always is around this track. Very difficult on tyres as well, so focusing. So, as we go to the strategy screen, here we are. You can see. So it is a 2-stop race. Someone has readied up, so whether we were meant to do that or not, I don't know. But 2-stop race, soft, medium. Depending on what sort of gap we have, we might want to swap those last 2 stints around. If there's an early safety car, for example, we might want to run onto the mediums, make an early pit stop just to gain some time through that. One thing I do need to do is bump that down before the race. But looks like we're ready to go. This for our first time in WOR, starting from pole position. The car seems to stall a little bit there.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
People crashing on the formation lap already. Don't entirely know how they've done that. Just going to take it nice and slow, because usually what happens is people will be a bit cheeky. They'll leave gaps so that I end up sat on the grid for a long time and my tyre temps go down. So we're not going to run away from the pack on this formation lap. We're going to try and keep it nice and slow if we can, to get the relevant heat that we need into the tyres. The rears especially are the tricky ones. But it does look like the pack is being relatively well prepared. Well behaved for a change. I hope LeMays doesn't do that in the race. If you didn't, well, it actually wasn't in the last stream, but after the safety car came out after my crash, LeMays decided just to overtake everyone. He got disqualified from the last race. I think he was meant to have a quali ban, so don't think he served that.
Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
I mean, the weather's not looking good, Jeff. It's cloudy as fuck. But yeah, you can see Lud's starting to hang back a bit now. So we're just going to slow it down. Get him back with us. Yeah, you can see him now starting to try and hang back. These are just the games you play. You don't want to give anyone an advantage. Just get the last bit of tyre temp. Oh, I was about to do a burnout, but never mind. But here we go then. Race time for the American Grand Prix on pole as a Mercedes. Where have we seen that before? Just all about this start. I think Lud, I'm not sure if he runs traction control or not, so he might get a bit of an advantage off the start. Will remain to be seen. Obviously turn one's going to be very difficult with the wide nature of it. Hopefully we don't get taken out, because that would be a crying shame. But here we go then.
Sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Too much wheel spin off the start. Lud's got us. It's a poor start from us there. Try and go around the outside if we can hold it. Nope. So we've lost the lead. It's not ideal, but still P2. It'll do. He's out of shape through this section already. You can just see how much more pace we've got through here. He's a bit of ERS here, just get away from Jack behind us. What a start he's had, by the way. Starting what was like P5 Jack started? This is where our lack of straight line speed is going to be an issue. No, he's not attacking us, that's good. Oh god, we've gone way too deep into there. Just going to leave space because it is our teammate alongside us. The thing with Lud, he was leading the race last time out. You won't have seen it from our POV. But he did start the race leading, but then he fell off towards the end. His tyres died. So hopefully, with our focus on tyre wear with the setup, we should be able to close in again towards the end of the stint. we are immensely quick through this part of the lap as well, so... You can see, he gets a little bit offline there. And that gap he had has shrunk dramatically. Just need to be careful now with the ERS. A little snap of oversteer there, less than ideal, but it's okay. It looks like Lud is already starting to struggle with a little bit of tyre wear. Another thing he does tend to struggle with, it's not a diss on him, he's a very good driver. He does tend to get a lot of penalties. So if we can leverage that a little bit, as Jack is right behind us now. Needs to try and stay clout with that curb a bit too much there. We need to try and get back into the DRS of Lud here, because we are sitting duck on the straights. Yeah, you can see through that section, Jack was right behind us and now he's up to 8/10 behind. Now we've got the DRS, it'll help us save a little bit of ERS, stick with Lud a bit better down this straight, because this is our massive weakness with our setup, running 9/11 wings. I can never hook that apex up, and then it puts you wide through here, and I just don't trust the rear of the car through that corner. Fastest lap of the race. Jan goes and beats it. Such a close race, this one. But the thing is, the DRS now is going to help us stay close in the bits of the track that we're quick for. Like through here, for example. Because Lud just, I don't know, it doesn't look like he knows or is able to hit the ideal line through here. Going to keep the pressure on. We've broken the DRS to our teammate now. I think at this point there's no real point in overtaking, and obviously we're not close enough anyway. I think Lud is using a bit of ERS. We're just going to poke the nose out, let him know we're there. But I'm perfectly happy to sit behind him at this point of the race. He's done what we keep doing. It does look like does look like our better tyre wear is starting to pay off for us here though, because he is struggling. He's backing up into us. Not quite thought about a move there, because then we'd be able to use our pace through this section to try and get away, but a little bit too far back. First warning, that's a bit stupid, that one. Didn't need to go for that. Ah! That was a stupid one. Puts us in a bad position. I'm going to have to go for the overtake here. Oh. Going to let him go because that was a bit of a bad move. Well, that should have been a penalty. I mean, I could have kept that place, but if that gets reported to the stewards, because of the contact, it could have given me a penalty. So, just give him the place back. We'll get him on this straight.
Be aware, we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Let's go semi-defensive. Hopefully I have not given front wing damage there. I don't think we will have done. We're starting to go a little bit now. We are pitting on the next lap. Just got to be so careful now not to get a warning because we are already on 2. So the next one is a corner cutting penalty of 3 seconds. And obviously in a league like this, where everyone's so close together, you're not going to pull away 3 seconds. Did keep him out of DRS, so crucially. He is a bit quicker on the straight, so he will gain. But if he had DRS, he'd be gaining about 4 tenths easily down the straight on us.
Push now. We're boxing this lap.
So Jack's gone for the undercut there, I think because he's stuck behind Ludd. Messed that up. So what are we thinking so far then, guys? Looks like we're doing okay. 1.4 second gaps. We've built the gap to Lud now. Like I said, I don't think we will have done, judging by his pace, but I hope that little lunge up the inside of turn 1 didn't give him damage. Like I said, we did give the place back, so hopefully it won't get reported to the stewards. But we are pitting this lap. Off the softs onto a fresh set. Obviously our teammate has got a 1 lap undercut on us, so make sure we don't speed into the pits there. We might get held by Jan actually, which would be a bit of a pain.
Go. Exit now.
Nope.
We're racing on
Nice
the
clean
exit.
stop.
Exit now.
Just got to hope we get out in front of our teammate now, because he has had a 1 lap undercut, but it does look like he's been stuck behind. I'm not sure who that is.
We'll be doing one more stop today. 1 stop left in our strategy.
Oh, they both gone onto mediums. That's interesting. Right. So in that case, we've got to build the gap during this stint then. Unless they used all their softs in qualifying, and therefore didn't have a fresh set like we do. But this is going to be an interesting phase of the race now, because we are going to be quicker than these guys behind us, but we have to try and extend the gap. If they go onto softs at the end, they're going to be much quicker. Bit too hot into there. Two fastest sectors, gap up to 2.8, so this is what we're talking about. We're going to be so much quicker at this stage of the race.
Puts you into P2, 2nd place.
I don't know if Matt's trying to one-stop. Still out on soft tyres. That's a brave call, to be honest with you. Thought that was a warning then. The one issue we do have is very, very hard to save ERS when you're running as much downforce as we are. Oh, please don't be a safety car.
There's been an
Fuck!
incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately,
Right,
the
what do we do
marshals
here?
managed to clear it up in time, and there are no plans for a safety car right now.
This has screwed us big time. Sake! So that lovely gap we've just built there, 3 seconds, now counts for nothing. Matty's going to be able to pit under the safety car, get a free pit stop. Don't really want to pit for hards. Mediums won't go to the end from here. 15 laps on mediums. I'd rather not. Yeah, we're just going to stay out. See what everyone else does, but we're going to stay out. Our strategy is to pit for mediums again, and I don't think mediums can go to the end from where we are at this point, so no point in us pitting. 1-2 for Mercedes though, I'll take that. Well, obviously the issue we've got now,
Approaching the safety car, you're leading, so don't pass it.
so all that
Stay
gap we've
behind the
built
safety car.
is now going to be destroyed. We are going on to mediums at the end. I don't know what tyres Jack is going on to. I think he might have used all his softs up in qualifying, which might mean he's going to mediums again. I don't know. It's a very tricky one, this, for us. Because we're going to be quicker now, but as soon as we both pit, he goes on to soft, I go on to mediums, he's going to be quicker, which means the end of this race is going to be a defensive one. And that's not where our strength is, because we have no straight line speed. So that safety car, for whatever the bloody hell Sam's done now, couldn't have really been worse timed. How is the chat though? How are you all doing? Let me know if you are enjoying the stream so far. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the race. Where are we going to come in this one? I'm absolutely sweating. I've never concentrated this much. I really want to win this race, but I think if the safety car had come in the last stint, would that have been better though? I don't know. Because this is the part of the race where we're meant to be faster. We're supposed to be building the gap now. Supposed to be building that gap so that we can defend later on. That gap is now 0. We're due to pit in about 6 laps time. So we're going to have about 4 laps to absolutely belt it. Unless we go out a bit longer and then switch to mediums later. I don't know. This is going to be a very difficult race to manage, I think. See if we can feint anyone into pitting there. Doesn't work. I'm just so annoyed at that. I guarantee I'll see in the Discord after the race. It's going to be something stupid that's happened between whoever's retired. Well, how are the tyre temps doing? Not too bad. I think, from my knowledge of the game, we should be back racing at the end of this lap. So, just make sure the tyres are nice and heated up. So when we go, we're going to have to go hard and we're going to have to go fast. Oh, did we nearly spin there?
We're coming up to the safety car now. Do not pass it. You are the leader. Follow the safety car.
Yeah, we should go around this corner and then we should get the message we all want to see.
Okay,
Safety car in
is
this
coming
lap.
We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car is in the pit lane.
So we take over. You've just joined, you cannot believe this. Yes, I know, I'm actually winning. I started on pole as well, X O'Connor. It's incredible. So the situation, if you have just joined, we are leading the race. We have made 1 pit stop, as has everyone behind us. However, I believe that they will be pitting onto softs at the end, whereas we are going on to mediums. So, it's not going to be an easy race for us, this one.
Green flag.
We've got to try and build a gap. We need to get out of DRS on our teammate. There we go, out of DRS already. Absolutely crucial for our race that we did that.
your MFD for a new strategy option.
What's Jeff saying? Pit lap 19. I'm happy to go to that if the tyres are still okay. Bit deep into there. Oh, you are kidding me!
Slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Now what do we do? I think we've got a pit now.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
The safety car will come back in lap 16. Yeah, I think we've got a pit. So safety cars in this race are killing us. We can get out before that McLaren. Yeah.
You'll be racing as you leave the pits.
Oh, we have the esports pit thing on anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we've had to do this because the safety car is going to come back in on lap 16. We're due to pit lap 19. Well, we were due to originally pit on the end of lap 16, so essentially it's the same pit strategy. Obviously, we've lost a lot of track position, but everyone in front has got to stop again. Apart from maybe Waterade on hard, but we should be able to fly past him. Like I said, we did get pole, so we know we've got the pace over everyone, really. Just got to hope we don't lose too much time fighting through this traffic. And then we will have actually... We've basically got a free pit stop now over our teammate. They can't stop this lap, because they'll come out behind us. It'd be pointless in doing that. So they're going to stay out, try and stretch the gap while we fight through traffic. If this works, we're going to be a genius. If it doesn't, well, I don't know what to say, but... It's just going to be a case of trying to just get our way through this pack as quick as possible. Some of these guys, with all due respect to them, are not in our pace tier, really. So we should be able to get past them quickly. Like I said, Waterade.
They're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 2 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:47.0.
Not really representative. So he's on new hards. They're still significantly slower. LeMay's has got 9 seconds of penalties. I'm genuinely worried about him because he's a bit of a moron from what I've seen. Yeah, just remains to be seen. If we've made the right choice, this is going to be a fun few laps, flying through the field. If we've not, then, you know, we've thrown a win away. But even if we stayed out, I don't think... Even if we'd stayed out, I don't think we'd have been any better off, because we would have had to pit after like 2 laps. So we would have been behind everyone anyway. The likes of Waterade, who is, I believe, 1 stop in, we would have been behind him, except we would have had a huge gap. So for our strategy, this is the best move to make. So hope no damage, clean moves. These guys will make mistakes. We can take advantage of that. I'm honestly sweating so much. This is the best race by far we've had in WOR. Our pace has been insane. Obviously, slight worry, we've got Jan behind us and he is incredibly quick. He's been sort of cooped up in traffic so far though. So we've not really seen his race pace, but he is, from what I understand, very good in the races. So we need to try and get as many of these cars between us. Am I in Elite? Yes, this is called WOR, World Online Racing. It is probably the best league on Xbox. It has, I think, like 2,000 members in the Discord. It's the best 200 or so people on Xbox in the world. Split into tiers based on assists and availability. Just need to get some temp into these tyres because it's hard to do that with the medium.
Let's catch up to the field a bit. We're dropping too far back. Remember that we need to stay within 10 car lengths of the next car.
Right, safety car's in this lap. There's going to be carnage. We just need to not get caught up in it.
Those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Minx has left the session. He must have been spectating. Is Waterade even in this race? Because it's saying he's AI, so either he's got the game paused or he's not actually here. In which case we should be able to fly past him. These slow restarts, they do make me nervous with some of these drivers. Last thing we need is wing damage. Oh god, I mean just look at this. Bit of wheel spin there, tyre's not really up to temperature. Way too far back there. Mr. Blue Sky is off circuit. What is Waterade doing here? That's dangerous. So much dirty air off these two. Jan's in the slipstream. That was a mistake, that move. He's got so much more straight line speed than us. Oh, why is he trying to make it 3 wide, mate? Gave Jan the space on the outside, but he backed out, thankfully. Shouldn't have gone for that, really. Bit of a stupid one. Oh, come on, just get out of the way. This is so frustrating because these guys are so slow. God for that. Right, we need to hope that Jan doesn't get through here as well. Why are you trying to fight that? And Jan's got through. Brilliant. What is he doing? He's gone for a little Tokyo drift there. So when are those leaders going to pit? And where are they going to come out?
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
I missed that Apex there. Apex. We've got to get past LeMays quickly. And that'll do it. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Why is he fighting this? Bugger off. If he dives bomb me now, I'm actually going to be fuming. The issue we're going to have now is we've got Jan's teammate up ahead. So we take that fastest lap of the race. We are flying. This pass on Andrew is going to be crucial because he's going to try and hold us up, I think, for his teammate. That's what I would do. We're in his DRS, are we? Just going to use a bit of VRS there just to make sure we do get it. Right, they can't go to the end. They'll be pitting sometime soon, and obviously you can see they're only just up the road, so we're going to have a huge gap to them. But they are going to be quicker. That's going to be the issue. But I'm hoping, by pitting under the safety car, we've basically saved an entire pit stop on these guys. The pit stop around here is about 20 seconds, so we should have a 20-second gap. How close are we to Andrew? Oh, yeah, we go for this move. Bit of contact. That was 100% track limits. Oh, gone wide through there though. We're really running out of ERS here. Phase Ajax. Oh, it was a bad gear change. Please don't go for this. Oh, what are you doing? Are you kidding me? Fuck's sake, Andrew. What? I don't understand what he's doing. Surely he's got to stop again. Teammate pits. Alright, I think we're just going to have to... Ah, he's cut back. No! For fuck's sake! Fuck's sake! I actually can't believe I've just done that. That's our teammate behind us as well now. It feels like we've got damage. I genuinely can't fucking believe that.
Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Yeah,
No
so
time
we've got
concerns at the
damage.
moment. Just focus on the driving. We've been
Oh,
awarded a time
I can't be
penalty.
bothered.
We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
I actually can't believe that's just happened. I just don't get what Andrew's trying to do there. I really don't understand. Well, that's it for this race. Still more drive. Oh yeah, it is, to be fair. Yeah, I've got no words, to be honest with you. In such a good position. I just don't understand what Andrew's trying to do there. Well, that's going to be it for this stream. Yeah. See you in the next one, I guess. Hopefully we don't bottle that. But until then, goodbye.